Lorena Martinez, Director of Program Product Management at eBay. There's a couple of different factors, and I'll focus on one. Sometimes it's very difficult to ask someone explicitly that you need them to be your advocate, you need them to be your champion. And I do believe that anyone that is on a path to promotion requires champions and advocates. One of the things that I would absolutely focus on, whether you're in high school, college, or seeking your first internship or your first full-time opportunity, is to identify who those champions are very early on. Set the expectation explicitly that you need them to be your advocate and what the expectation is in terms of frequency of engagement. So again, for my team, I let them know that on a monthly basis, they should be engaging with these champions, informing them of the progress that they're making, any results that they're driving within the organization or even outside of the organization, just so they're aware. Recently, I came across some data that said that the best path to promotion is actually mentorship. And these champions could become those mentors for these individuals, for yourself. So that's number one, is figure out who your champion is. The second piece is understand any expectations they have of you in terms of performance, in terms of job responsibilities, whatever it may be. Because if you understand their expectations, it's easy for you to meet them and exceed them, again, with the intent for promotion. And documentation is always important. So once you know who your champions are, you understand their expectations, document it and make sure that you're on the same page, and then frequently revisit that documentation. And the other piece too is, don't hesitate to make an ask of these individuals. One example that I'll share with you, and this is one that I coached one of my own team members on, was ask for a seat at the table. So if you know that in order to receive a promotion, visibility is critical, you need people to say, yes, I'm in agreement with this person's promotion, then ask your champion, hey, if you're ever in a meeting and you know some of those decision makers are going to be in that meeting, let me have a seat at the table. Let me share my voice. Let them see me in action. Let them get to know me. I would say just a great skill to have is just networking in general. When you network within an organization and outside of an organization, you're getting to meet a cross set of people, and with the intent just to get to know people, but I would always say look for those that can help guide you in your careers and potentially be a mentor. So, I think you have to be proactive. You have to be someone who knows what you need. You need to go after that, and again, start to seek those relationships within the organization that can open doors for you. A couple of different places to look within an organization. Obviously, human resources may have an established mentor program. It could be, in our case here at eBay, we have an Office of Diversity and Inclusion that has various communities of inclusion. One is eBay Women in Technology, which offers a mentorship program in itself. But I would say if you're just sitting back and waiting, it's probably not going to happen. You need to go and ask for it, and you need to drive those relationships. I always believe impressing is done with results. And I go back to what I was saying earlier about understand the expectations. If you are in a specific role, it is absolutely critical that you understand what is expected of you, whether it's in that quarter or that year or whatever that time frame is. When you know what you're supposed to deliver on, it's easy to go back and say, I either did it or I did not do it. And if I did it, did I meet the expectation? Did I exceed the expectation? Hopefully everyone's exceeding. But it goes back to that. And I always believe that when you're having conversations with your hiring manager, your VP, whoever that person is that ultimately has control over that promotion, when they know you're clear on the expectations and they know what you delivered or did not deliver, it becomes a much easier path to promotion. Unfortunately, in my career, I would say the majority of the women that I have mentored over time fail to do that from the start. So the end of the year comes, performance review time happens, and there's kind of grayness around, well, what was I supposed to do? So it's their responsibility, it's my responsibility to make sure that throughout the year I'm checking in to make sure I'm in alignment with my boss, and at the end of the year I can easily summarize what the results were of my contribution. From a monetary perspective, I think it's important for us to do our due diligence. There's a lot of websites you can go to gather data, information around what are others getting paid in the market, right, in a similar role? Secondly, I'm always fascinated when there's time for reviews and discussions around compensation. So I would say if you know what money you're looking for, that you ask for it. There's always room for negotiation. It's not just so black and white that it's a yes or no. There's a potential for going a little bit back and forth. Don't hesitate, just go for it. I think a lot of it is around education. There's a lot of groups, definitely within the technical industry, that are there to help provide support, but also to help guide other women as they're coming into the workforce. So I think education is key. Mentorship will help with that as well. And like I said, it's just knowing what resources are out there that can help potentially calculate how much someone should be making in a particular role.